What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I'm going to dive into the way that you fill your purge meter. I'm going to give you guys some really good tips on how to fill your purge meter if that's something that you're trying to do. And it's also going to explain some of the mechanics on why you may not be filling your purge meter or why you may be struggling to fill your purge meter. Now, obviously, this information can be used in reverse in order to not fill your purge meter if that's something that you want to do. So the first thing that I want to do is explain what actions in game actually give you points to the purge meter. And the first thing is logging on. Logging on is going to give you 100 points. Now, every death you have, whether it is by an NPC, another player in PvP, or just dying of thirst, removing your bracelet, any of those things, when you die and you load back in, that is considered a login. So dying is actually going to give you 100 points towards your purge meter. The timer tick is an amount of points that you are granted for just being in game, and that's 62.5. So that's 62.5 every 15 minutes on an official server, meaning that every hour you're actually getting 250 points just for playing the game for that long. The next item is killing a human. Now this actually means another player character. It doesn't mean a human NPC. This is going to be specific to PvP. So killing a human is going to give you 200 points. Killing an NPC, and that means any animal or any human NPC, boss, anything that is PvE content that you kill is going to give you 200 points. Then it goes into building, and placing a tier 1 gives you 200 points, placing a tier 2 gives you 200 points, and placing a tier 3 gives you 200 points. Now there's some things and some pitfalls that you can fall into with placing these items that are actually going to not give you points, and I'm going to show you those a little bit later on in the video. Now that you know what is going to give you points, let's talk a little bit about how those points are calculated on the server. So I have my server settings set up custom for this specific video so that I can actually show you these points being loaded into my purge meter. So my purge meter value is set to 1000. Now on an official server, this value is going to be set to 42,000. So you need 42,000 points to fill your purge meter on an official server. And you can look at all this information on any server that you join. All you have to do is go to the pause menu, go to server settings, and then down to purge here. You do not have to be an admin in order to look at it. You just have to be an admin in order to change it. The other setting that I've changed is this update interval, and the update interval on official servers is going to be set to 15 minutes. So the 15 minutes is the amount of time that you have to complete each one of these actions. At the end of that 15 minutes, all the points that you've accumulated during that time are going to load into your purge meter. Now, depending on what game mode you're playing, PvE or PvP, you can actually gain more points or less points. So for PvE, the total amount of points that you're going to be able to gain in a 15-minute time is going to be 562.5. But if you're playing on PvP and you're able to kill another player every 15 minutes, you can actually get up to 762.5 points every 15 minutes. So let me jump into showing you how this all works. And the first thing that I want to do is show you my purge meter. I'm actually going to empty that via an admin command so that that is as empty as I can get it. There it is. That's as far as I can get it. What I'm going to do now is actually remove my bracelet, and there we go. We are going to die, and then I'll look at my purge meter again here. So as we wait for the timer to respawn us in, what's going to happen is I'm actually going to gain points for time spent in game, and I'm going to gain points for the actual login because it notices a login from death. So we'll sit here, we'll watch the purge meter for a minute. I may speed the video up in post-processing so that it happens quicker. So there you go. You can see those points have been added to my purge meter. So really counterintuitive for gaming and playing, but you dying actually adds to your purge meter, and it's a lot faster than logging out and logging back in every 15 minutes. Now, if we look here, you can see I logged back in with 85% of my total fluids there. So if we look at my timer for my total fluid time, if I just let my character stand there and do absolutely nothing, so if I'm AFK, then in 16 minutes I'm going to die. That's going to give me another 100 points. So you can actually gain 650 points per hour just by being AFK on any server. Now let's look at killing an NPC. Now, one thing that you have to understand is that this does not stack. So you cannot go on a rampage through the exiled lands killing a whole bunch of stuff to stack your points up. You can gain 200 points in total for that 15-minute period. So killing one NPC versus killing 1,000 NPCs is still going to only be 200 points during that time period. And all the points have to be logged during that time period, so they don't stack and go to another time period. So every 15 minutes, you need to kill an NPC. And I have this handy guy right here. He's going to help us show that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is empty my purge meter again. I will show you that. There it is there. And then we will come over here, try to get this guy's attention and kill him real quick. There we go. And then if I pop my menu back open, we can watch the purge meter increase. And I did multiple tests with this with multiple NPCs to see if the purge meter grew any more, if I killed more people, or if I killed a variation of different things, and it does not. So it does not matter how much you kill in that 15-minute period of time, just that you log one kill. And there you go, it's finally updated to that one kill. You can see how much my purge meter filled from killing that NPC. Now we're going to look at the building part of the purge meter and how we grow that purge meter from building. And there's a couple of things you're going to want to stay away from with this. So what I have in my hotbar is a sandstone foundation, a stone brick foundation, a reinforced stone foundation, and then a sandstone wall. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to show you the purge meter. I'll go ahead and empty that. There you go. There's the purge meter right there. So what I actually want to do is bring this out here and place it like that. Now, if we stand here and watch the purge meter, we'll see that purge meter increase. And there you go. It's finally increased. It's giving me the points for building. Now, what I'm going to do here is I am going to empty my purge meter again, and I'm going to place another sandstone foundation right on top. I'm going to place one to the side, one to the side, one to the side, and just kind of get all sorts of crazy about it. There we go. And pull up my purge meter. Now I am going to put a timer on the screen so that you know that it goes over 1 minute in this section of video. But what you're going to see is this actually doesn't give me any points towards my purge meter. The points that you do see populating in there are the points for just being logged into the server. Those points have nothing to do with the actual building that I did. You saw how big that initial sandstone foundation, how much that filled my purge meter. And now you can see that I've placed a whole bunch more foundations, and that is not filling my purge meter. Just for funsies, I waited until the purge meter actually ticked, so I knew I was in another minute. I'm going to go ahead and place another foundation there and then show you the purge meter, and you will see how much it actually increases or doesn't increase for that matter. And there you go, we have another tick just for the amount of time that I've spent in game. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are not placing building pieces connected to other building pieces. And of course, that's if you want to grow your purge meter. If you want to grow your purge meter, you need to place those pieces standalone. So let me empty my purge meter again, and there's my purge meter. I'm going to place a single piece just like that, and we'll see those points accumulate in my purge meter. There you go, the points have accumulated in my purge meter. Now it says place a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So what I'm going to do is empty my purge meter and try to place all those pieces not connected as fast as I can to fit in that time window. Okay, so I just had another tick on my purge meter. I'm going to empty my purge meter, and then I'm going to place this here, I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to place this here. And what we're going to do is look at the purge meter and see if those stack. If I get the 600 points instead of the 200 points for placing each type of foundation. And there you go, the points are in my purge meter, and as you can see, I gained points for placing one foundation, not points for placing each foundation. So if you're going to use the building aspect as part of what you're doing to grow your purge meter, what you actually want to do is just use the sandstone foundation, and you just need to make sure it's not connected to anything at all, and you will gain the points for placing that piece. And there you go, you can see the points for placing a single piece is the same amount as the points for placing all three pieces. So wrapping this up in a nice little bow, if you are trying to increase your purge meter as fast as you can, you need to remove your bracelet or die once every 15 minutes. You need to kill an NPC once every 15 minutes. If you're on a PvP server, kill one person or one other player character as often as you can. Once every 15 minutes is ideal, but that's going to be really hard to track someone down and do that once every 15 minutes. And then while you're out and about rummaging around, you can place a single sandstone foundation not connected to anything else once every 15 minutes. That's going to maximize the amount of points that you get towards your purge meter. And then obviously doing the opposite, avoiding these interactions, killing the NPCs, placing building pieces that are standalone, not connected to anything else, and not logging in, not dying, is going to reduce the amount of points that you get towards your purge meter. So that can be used that way as well if you don't want to increase your purge meter. Now I want to know in the comment section below, did you know all of this, or is this new information to you? And what do you think about the fact that you can't connect pieces and gain points towards your purge meter? That's what I want to know in the comment section below. The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. And if you want to continue the fun, there's 2 videos on the screen. You can pick one of those to watch next. Please don't forget to whack the like button, and if you're new to the channel, I'd encourage you to click that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified when I upload another video.